Well, welcome to Brying with Brews. Today we're going to do a sirloin steak on the bry with a dry rub, and we've paired it with an absolutely delicious amber ale. I have my beer expert Martin with me and our bry expert Fet.
As it says, it's rubbing on dry spices onto your meat. Now we've chosen a sirloin and beef this time as opposed to any other meat because it just works so well. What it does is it slowly but surely releases its flavor into the meat, and that you can taste as we're going to grill it, but that was done last night.
Tell me about the ale that we've paired this with.
Cool, so we've got Triggerfish, which is a very small brewery out in Somerset West. They're Roman Red Amber Ale. And then we have Red Sky, which is an even smaller brewery in Gordons Bay. Their Amber Ale, which is called Tweety Bird.
Now, which one are we going to be tasting with the sirloin steak?
We're going to have the Roman Red.
Okay, great. And if you can't find the Roman Red, you can go for Tweety Bird. Now, my question about the rub was, how do you keep the rub on?
What you need to do is you take 2 parts vinegar and 1 part Worcester sauce, and just take a basting brush, brush it on, and let it sit for 10 minutes, and then take your dry rub and with your fingers, rub it on, massage it into the meat, and leave it in the fridge overnight for as long as you can manage, and it won't come off. And as you can see, it's stuck on really nice.
Wow.
So this is coriander heavy, it's got thyme in there, we've got lovely black pepper, salt, garlic powder, got some cumin in there as well. And also what we're going to do now, put it onto the hot coals. It's going to create a lovely crust around the actual meat, and we're going to cook it for about 5-10 minutes on each side, and it'll be done. Slice it nice and thin. We're going to have a lovely baguette with that afterwards.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. Now tell me about the flavors in the beer that we've paired the steak with.
There's a bit of sweetness in an amber ale because the malt has been sort of gently roasted, and it gives you an almost caramelized flavor. So the sweetness should again counteract against that sort of pungent herbiness that you get on top of the steak. It's not as heavy a mouthfeel and not as heavy a beer, because it's not sort of as heavily roasted. It's a bit more amber.
So as you can see, I've put the steaks on. I'm not playing with them, I'm leaving them on, because what it's doing is it's caramelizing those sugars, natural sugars in the meat. The fat is going to start rendering out because of the heat, and those are going to crisp up and give you that nice crust that I was talking about. Depending on how well you like your meat, maybe 7-8 minutes to about 12 or 13 minutes. Then you turn it around, you give it the same amount of time on the other side, and then if you want to cook it more, you keep turning it then regularly.
To taste
or to doneness. I think that one is just about done. We're looking at about medium rare to medium done. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap these up with a bit of foil just to let them rest and not lose too much of their heat, because those meat juices sitting inside are going to run clear, and we'll put those on for, like I said, 3-4 minutes, get them toasted up, slice up our meat, and we'll be ready to go.
All right, so all of the meat is off the bry. It's been resting for about 10 minutes. Now we have this wonderfully looking toasty bread.
The meat's been resting for about 10 minutes or so. We're going to take that, open that up, steaming hot like that. And we're going to take this big piece over here. Some of the juices have run clear onto our board. We're going to keep those others covered so they don't lose too much of their heat. And we're going to slice this now. All
right, so now we're going to put some dressings on that toasty bread. That's mayo, hey?
We got some mayo. Any mayo really will do. I mean, obviously the best you can afford.
Yeah.
I've got a lovely hot sauce here. It's called sriracha. It's an Asian-inspired sauce.
Get on there.
Just a little bit. You don't want too much because we don't want to overpower that lovely beer. Next, I'm going to start stacking on our beautiful...
That looks delicious.
...dry rub sirloin slices.
We're all getting very close to
I'm watching you, Martin. I'm watching you, huh? There you go. Lovely. And then we're going to end off with a few pickles.
And these are sweet pickles?
These are nice sweet and tangy pickles.
So
we've got a little
sweet,
sour, we've got a little salty, spicy.
Hot.
Lovely. A little bit of coriander. You don't have to have coriander. I know a lot of people don't like it. You can use some rocket instead, or even some plain lettuce and spinach will do. I'm actually going to cut it on the same board because all those little juices and things just soak it up, you know?
Now, while you cut that up, why don't we pop that beer open?
Let's do that.
I think we're going to try the Roman Red to start off with. As I said, it's an American-inspired amber ale. It uses American hops, brewed by a little brewery called Triggerfish, and you'll get that caramelly sort of toffee-ish flavor, and that should go very well with the spiciness of what we're eating now.
It's very sweet. What do we do first? Beer or sandwich? Are we just going for it?
I'm going sandwich.
I'd say have a bite of the sandwich, have a little swig of beer, have some more sandwich, have another swig of beer.
What a winner. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, just to wash that down.
That Fantastic. Is another phenomenal pairing. Congratulations,
wonderful, guys. Cheers, thank you very much.